What's up, my dudes? There you go, Milestone. I knew you could do it. We got the new Playground DLC for Monster Energy Supercross to the official video game. So I have the weather actually on like the random. It's gonna change, I guess, as I'm going through it here. So it's gonna go from like rain to shine to all through all the different weather effects. We'll see how that does. That's a new little weather thing they got there where it's not like a preset. It's kind of it'll just switch between all the different weather effects as you're riding on it. So here's a prime example right here of whenever Milestone does something good, I'm going to come in here and say bravo. And whenever they do something bad, I'm going to come in here and say nah, fuck that. You know what I mean? Like, listen, guys. Woo, this track's a little slick. Gotta be careful. I'm sliding a little bit. All of you people that think I have this, like, predisposed hate towards Milestone or Milestone can ever please me or, all this, I'm just a hater of Milestone games and I just get that over and over and over. Well, okay, I'm coming in here and telling you this is how you make track DLC for a Supercross only game. This is how you do it. This is what we wanted. Good job. Hell yeah in every way, dog. I can already see it without even fucking riding on it because at least it's not in a stadium. At least it's not another stadium track like the rest of your tracks. You finally put something different. Like, thank God. You know what I mean? Like, yes, this is what you're supposed to be doing right here. We got some trail elements. By the way, this is my first time ever on this puppy right here, so bear with me just a little bit, but this should have been I'm saying this is obviously good track content, good DLC, but you guys know how I feel about it. I feel like this is the kind of content that should have just been in the game from the get-go. You should have had that whole other compound, everything in it unlocked from the jump. You shouldn't have had to unlock stuff on it, and you should have had this compound in there too, right? That would have put you at 2 free ride tracks, and then you should have had another one, at least 3 total free ride tracks in your motocross game. That's true motocross game content right there. You see what I'm talking about when you're getting half or you're getting a third of what you usually get in most motocross games with these milestone games? Like this should have just been in there from the beginning, right? If they'd had this and that other free ride compound and one more like Dune Big Jump free ride track or something really different like that, I wouldn't even have said a word about their actual content like that. I wouldn't have said a word about it. I'd have been like, oh, hell yeah, this is awesome. This is great. Like, tons of free ride track content, stuff like that. But it's just simply not the case. And I mean, in the first official Monster Energy Supercross game that you guys put on such a high pedestal, didn't even have any free ride compound at all in it when it first came out. And then they had the audacity to charge you for it later, right? And then in the second one, they're like, oh shit, that wasn't right. We need to put one in here, right? And so then they give you one from the jump, but then now here's okay, well, we'll give you another one like what, you'd expect in standard motocross game content, but we're going to charge you for this one. I think it's like, what, $5 or whatnot. This is going to be a little tricky riding on this with the rain on. Well, I was hoping that rain would kind of go off of there, but we'll see if it does. These jumps may be a little bit tricky right here, but we'll check out all the little individual tracks. Listen, guys, I'm just trying to get it across to you. I know it's funny, meme shit out, Spencer hates Supercross, whatever, and that's okay if you're wanting to make a meme out of it, but the people that are like legitimately, seriously think I hate milestone games just to hate milestone games, or I've got this like biased like MX versus ATV type thing, so you can never please me with a milestone game. That's just not true. It's not. You've got some sort of fantasy false sort of thought process going on in your head if that's what you think, because that's not what it is at all. And I hope I'm proving that to you right now. You see me saying any damn thing negative about this actual track? No. The only thing negative about it is that it wasn't in the base version of the game. So now you're going to have a split community, right? Now you're going to have some people that have the compound, some people that don't have the compound. If you would have just had it in there from the beginning, that would have boosted the overall rating of the game just right there. Okay, so you can see that weather kind of changing. It's going to that cool orange sky in the background. That's cool. It's just, man, like, I don't know. And it's happening with all kinds of games. It's not just motocross games, but they are getting too much into that microtransaction DLC. Like, if it would have just been in the base version of the game, you would have made that money just by selling more copies of your game. How do you not understand that? You know, you think you're making money by making it a paid DLC, but in reality, if you'd have just put it in the base version, your base version would have been so much better that many more people would have just bought the base version of the game. You would have made all that money anyways, and probably even more. And you would have got better of a rating on your game. You would have got so much more love for the game just in a content sense and replayability. But now it's like there's probably, quite a few people that don't even really play this game anymore. So it's like, well, there's another, DLC. Do I really want to go spend $6-7 on it? I'm sure you probably get some people's attention with this track in particular, especially since all of your other DLC has just been in-stadium tracks with the, LA Coliseum and the Monster Energy Cup. I cannot believe those were not just in the base version. What the absolute hell? But, so I don't figure those really grab people's attention much at all. But this track, this being something completely different, outdoors, got little trail vibe elements. Look how cool this is right here, guys. This is awesome. Like, this is what I'm talking about. This is precisely what I'm talking about. The type of shit that should be in these milestone games from the jump. This is exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, and to you people that say, well, it's a Supercross game. All it's supposed to have is Supercross tracks on it. It can't have anything else than Supercross tracks. Spencer, it's official Monster Energy Supercross game. All it can have is Supercross tracks. Oh, really, dog? What do you call this, huh? This is not just a simple little Supercross track, man. No. And look at what it's doing for the game. Look at this like opens up the doors so much for this game because it's like, oh, wow, finally I'm riding on something that's at least a little bit different, Like, yeah, this is a particular Supercross track right here of this little compound, but there's a whole motocross track. There's a little enduro section through the trees. There's a lot more to it than just that. And this is what I was talking about, how there at the beginning I was mentioning to you guys the basically having here. Let me see if I can go in here and get this off the rain mode, even though this looks sick as hell in this little area with the rain mode in particular. Look how cool this looks, dude. I love the way this lighting is shining, and it's got that water kind of glare effect on the ground. Looks really freaking good. This is like a little training compound, right? It's not like an official Supercross track, but it's like a little training compound feeling vibe track. So that's really cool. I like the whole design around this little area right here. Kind of down in this little, little plant area. Freaking, I don't even know what you really call that. Like a little foundry or some shit, something like that. So there's 3 SX tracks, 1 MX track. Let me see if I can change it to get it off the rain mode so we can kind of see what it looks like in the daytime here real quick. Okay, so this is the actual motocross portion of it right here. It looks like a really freaking long MX track, so that's sick. Take a look at it. But yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about whenever a lot of you guys are acting like this isn't a Supercross game and it's only supposed to have Supercross tracks. It can't have anything else. Well, they've already proven that it can have other stuff on it. Like, I don't even understand where that comes from. Like, all you're doing is you are blindly defending something just to defend it. That's all you're doing. If you're one of those kind of people that's saying that, if you're saying it's an official Supercross game, Spencer, it can't have motocross tracks, it can't have trail tracks, it can't have endurocross tracks, it's not supposed to have that, right? You're so far from what motocross games are supposed to be, and you're so far out of the loop if you're thinking that. You do not have any fucking clue what's going on with motocross games if you think that. Because, they're sitting here proving it to you, that it can have more than just, those Supercross tracks. And not only that, they're proving it to you that they can go in there and make what I was talking about, basically have a couple outdoor Supercross tracks, completely outdoor, not even in a stadium, just to have a little bit more Supercross track variation, because they don't even have that in their Supercross games, right? And they proved they could do that right here. So you even have that being proved to you. Not only They're being full-blown motocross tracks in their official Supercross game. That's being proved to you, but also they're proving that they can make the simple outdoor Supercross tracks, not in a stadium in their Supercross game. Random non-replica Supercross tracks. They're proving that they can do that as well. So that shit, don't ever make that sort of argument ever again. Don't ever tell me that it's a Supercross game. All it can have is Supercross tracks in the stadium, Spencer. And I'm going to keep on paying $60 for half the content. Yeah, I don't ever want to hear it again. Because you're bullshitting. That's all you're doing. I mean, look at this, dog. This is like a hybrid track. This is sick right here. Yeah, Milestone, you're finally figuring it out 5 years later. Here you go, bud. This is what I was trying to tell you. You're finally getting it with the track design stuff. This is sick, man. Got some cool elevation going on. I mean, I don't know why you don't have, 5 to 10 of these random, cool, different, non-replica motocross tracks in your next official motocross game. What would be the issue with that? And then having, another 5, 10 random non-replica Supercross outdoor tracks in your next, official motocross game. And then you'll actually be to the point where you have normal content that's expected in a motocross game. Oh, holy shit. We figured it out. We got it, boys. We got it. This track's awesome right here, dude. Really reminiscent of the MXGP Pro kind of track. Some of those motocross track feeling, that particular little that one particular little outdoor track. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's like their little compound motocross track. This is very reminiscent to that, but I mean, it just seems so cool because it's in the Supercross game and you just don't have a whole lot of motocross kind of content to ride on in this game. So definitely gives you something else to do. This would have been so cool having it in the... Look how cool this whole section right here is badass. That's awesome. Kind of going down a little rock area like that. But, yeah, this is the kind of track design, more of this kind of stuff I want to see in your next MXGP game or whatever the hell you're making next. This is what you need to be doing, Bigger, you got a couple bigger jumps here, give you a little bit more jump fun factor. You've got some, check out these corners. You've actually got, berms in your corners and big enough berms that you can dig down into them and they're not perfectly smooth or perfectly flat. And you actually have an inside rut. Holy shit, I never thought I'd see that in a Milestone game. Guys, this is what I've been saying. This is precisely what I've been saying this whole damn time. But no, people want to call me a hater. People want to say I'm bad for the motocross community. People want to say this, and that. But it's funny how... Now, after all this time, Milestone's finally putting in all the stuff I've been saying for 3 years. Now they're doing it, And now you've paid $200-300 on their games, when really you should have only had to pay $60 to $120 to get this kind of improvement, But no, you've had to pay $300-400. If you had all the DLC, you paid $500 if you bought MXGP3, first official Monster Energy Supercross game, all the DLC, MXGP Pro, official Monster Energy Supercross 2, all the DLC. I mean, you have paid out of your ass for these games. So, don't ever tell me they don't have the resources, they don't have the time to put enough content, they don't have no, they got all the resources in the world now, because they've been making all kinds of money. All kinds, you know what I'm saying? So that's really what it comes down to. But it's just I told you so in every goddamn way. Told you so on the whips when this game first came out. Everyone wanted to hate on me for that. I say everyone, not everyone. The people that actually have a brain understood what I was saying, but the people that, wanted to try to defend the second official Monster Energy Supercross game on the whips and act like there was no problem with it. Oh, no, there's no problem with that, Spencer. Then they go in there and completely update their whips a week and a half later, totally change their whip, do everything that I told them to do with it, sped up the animation, did everything to it. Now they're going in here and giving you the exact track content that I told you that should have been in this game. They're doing everything I told you that this game needed and what they should have done from the beginning. Now they're doing every bit of that. So you're going to tell me I was wrong? That's a little hard to believe there, bud. They're doing everything I said. You need to do this. You need to make your jumps bigger on your motocross tracks, more fun factor. You need to get more outdoor style tracks. You need to put more motocross tracks in your Supercross games. Fix your whips. Speed up your animation. It's too damn slow. I can't do it. You know, people just don't get it. They just don't understand it. So either way, guys, here we go. So there's a couple areas you can actually go inside. This is cool that they didn't just cut all this off. It's cool that you can go through the fenced-in area and actually ride through this stuff. Yes, that's a cool free ride map right there, Milestone. Been able to kind of go through in these cool little concrete, little, I feel like I'm on a friggin' like Modern Warfare map or something. This is cool. Like, see, this is a little bit of exploration, a little bit of fun on your free ride map. Now you're starting to get it. Whereas typically, see right here, I guess there's a little, okay, a little collectible. All right. This is what's fun, man. It's that free riding. Woo, that front end came up quick on that concrete, boy. Gotta be careful. So this is cool right here. This overall map is awesome. This is way more like what I would say worth that sort of money. I mean, definitely not like $5 to $6. I mean, like I said, I think this should already be in the base version of the game. But if this, let's say they already had 3 free ride tracks in the game, they're just trying to give you another one as DLC, right? If they already had 3 in the base version, this is just an extra on top, like DLC should be. Then I would say this would be worth like, I don't know, $3 maybe, something like that. That would be kind of somewhere around the worthiness of it, in my opinion, $3-4. But see, it twists everything whenever it didn't even have the right amount of content from the beginning, and then they're charging you, because then it just seems like it ain't worth that, right? But if the game did have that content from the beginning, and then you start looking at it that way, then you can justify the prices of DLC. But when you don't even have the base amount of content in there, makes things quite a bit more difficult to justify, right? So this is that other Supercross track. This one's actually quite massive right here, right? So this is cool. So yeah, the MX track is friggin' huge. So there's 3 SX tracks, outdoor SX tracks. Like, I just don't understand why this was not in there from the beginning. But the Supercross tracks do have a little bit more of a cool little water ponds on the side. These Supercross tracks are a lot more narrow than the standard replica ones, and a lot closer together jumps on that. Whoa, that's kind of crazy. The track does have a little bit of a wet look to it. I don't know exactly why that is. I don't even know where the hell I'm going here. So I guess I sweep around here, right? And then go around here. So, that may be like a little split. You can go either way, right? Or it's kind of like a Joker lane or something, maybe. Okay, you can just kind of go either way you want to there. Oh, but see, this is kind of, now you're getting something that you can't really make in the track editor. You know what I mean? I can see this being worth something more than, like, the Monster Energy Cup or just another stadium Supercross track like the LA Coliseum that you can just make in the track editor. Like, this is a lot more worth it right here, in my opinion. So that Supercross track's alright. Not quite as exciting as maybe some of those other ones. Pretty short. Let's jump right here, and then you can do... Oh, you can almost quad to that. See if we can get the triple out of that corner. Yeah, and then another triple, and then a double. Okay. Pretty good for a milestone game. I have to kind of preface it. Decent, like, little jump skill gap there. And that motocross track felt pretty decent, too. So there's a lot of in-between here. Let me try to... There's a lot of, like, in-between little trail areas. I don't want to miss them. I want to make sure I check those out. So we got a little, like... Oh, little endo right there, boys. Okay, so yeah, if I keep going this way... Yeah, kind of going to have to go arc my way up through here. Then go to the left a little. Just trying to find some little trail areas. I don't know exactly where they're at, but yes, dude, this in every way. Like, and then if you had this level of track, but like with a different biome, like 2 or 3 more different biomes, then there's a full content motocross game for you. There it is, dude. Like, yeah, that's what we wanted. There you go. I don't even see my little cursor on the damn. What the? I'm right on the edge somewhere. Way up here. Don't know where I'm at here, boys. Tree. That's where I'm at. All right, let's go over here. So you can actually change the weather to nighttime mode as well. Pretty cool little area right here. Nice flames going. It's just cool. Like, it's actually got a little bit of an exploration element to it as well. Because it's a big enough map and you can go in a lot of areas. You don't just have all these weird blocked off spots. So there's a little area where the train goes over right there. Okay, jumping this down in the rut, baby. Okay, let's check out this little train ski. Little jump right there that I missed. This is pretty sick, this whole little spot going over these rocks and then down through here. This just looks awesome. Like, just for a standard MX track of a game, Pretty cool little design there. But that's what I was getting at, though. Like, if they could really get in there and start doing some different biome stuff, then that's really going to give you that, like, full-scale scope, everything like that in the motocross game to make it feel like it has that true, full content. Can we actually ride up on these? Look at this, dude. Oh, I missed it. Let me go around. I'm not used to really being able to ride on stuff like this on these milestone games, so I may have to go the other direction. Nope. I can do it. Oh, that's going to be a little tricky, a little challenge there, dude. All right, let's see if we can do it. Got to get it just perfectly straight. Maybe I'll do that better in first person. There we go. Got it. So that's actually cool. Like, that's what's up, dude. So I haven't really found I got to love those little random rocks in the grass. Snaking. Haven't found like a true little actual enduro crossy area. I mean, through these little trails, you can kind of make your own little enduro area, but yeah, I mean, in your next game, like, or even could have been in this game. Oh, got that one. I don't see why you don't just have like an area like this, right? But where you can just build your own track on it. Like, you just have your track editor where you can go in there and put your pieces wherever you want them, but just on this kind of track, right? Oh, look at this. That's pretty badass right here, dude. This looks awesome, man. Like, this really is genuinely, you could make so many cool trail tracks down through here like this. I mean, I'm just thinking about the enduro cross racing, enduro hair scramble, racing potential you have on all these little areas. That's an awesome little pond right there. Look at that. Or I say pond. It's kind of like a really shallowed out. That is awesome. Little swamp area, right? Have me some alligators. Gonna bite my nipples off, boys. So yeah, that's sick, dude. You got that in combination with the whole, like, structural areas of the... Oh, missed it, of course. You got all those other little areas and stuff. This is how you make a free ride compound. This is how you add content to a game. This is how you do it. I just wish it wasn't paid DLC, right? That's literally my only complaint with this at all right here. I just wish it wasn't paid DLC. Unless they already had, like I said, the 3 free ride compounds in the game to begin with, then I could understand, right? But when you don't even have 3 free ride compounds, your game just needs this, period, right now. Not even, like, for people to have to pay for it. It just needs it free in general. Like, free in an update, right? Is how I look at it. Oh, you gotta be real easy on the throttle with that. Easy there, Tomac. Let's see if we can get on one of those other little areas again up here. But yeah, I mean, they're making steady improvements on track design for sure. I mean, it's definitely there. There ain't no doubt about it. But look at how big that freaking... Oh, I hope I don't wreck right here. Woo! Did you guys see how big that berm is right there? You literally jump off the backside of this hoss pretty big. See, now they're starting to get more of that in-air jump fun factor kind of feeling to it. You know what I'm saying? And in the corners, actually having a berm, actually having something to hit. Like, that's what I've been praying for forever in these milestone motocross games. They've just been lacking so much on that, but see where we can actually go on this little area. Got another little collectible there. We'll just try to... Can I do that? Oh, boys, got it. Got it. I turned at the last second. So, yeah, there's obviously quite a bit of little track area here, but it frustrates me, because I know they're capable of it, of what I feel like their content should be in their games. That's why I get so passionate about it and talk about it. I know they're capable of it, and I know in their head they know what they should be doing, but it's just they're too damn money hungry. They're too, I don't know what it is, guys. I really don't. They don't understand what it would do for their game if this was just in the base version, and what it would do for their Supercross game if it had 5 random raceable motocross tracks in it, or 5 random raceable enduro tracks on it, or they just don't get that. And it's kind of sad to see that, but either way, jump plumb over that fence, boy. But graphically and everything, obviously top notch on this, as you would expect. It would have been cool to see a different biome. This is just another woodland biome. It kind of looks like they took basically that MXGP Pro, free ride track, and then just kind of started editing it from there. But it's got a very similar tree, grass, to that MXGP Pro compound thing there. So it would have been cool to, dude, that would have been sick. Look at that area over there. If they had to give us a massive, jump over the canal, freaking Robbie Madison, that would have been awesome. But that's not in there, so. But one of my most favorite parts of this whole area is this right in here. This just looks sick. That little Supercross track down there, dude. Oh, dog. That's awesome. I love that little, training compound, complex, training Supercross backyard track vibe. That's what I'm all about, bro. But either way. Oh, look at those roots right there, dude. Looks pretty cool. But as far as overall track, environmental design and all that, it's top notch, dog. It's definitely sick. Look at the root structure. That's badass. Whoever put that in, hell yeah, dog. That's really cool right there. And I can appreciate when something's got good graphics or something looks good. I'm not trying to, take that away from them. It all looks great, but I just want to see the actual gameplay elements come together with that amazing graphical look so that you get that full-blown arcade motocross experience, right? Instead of just getting a really good-looking motocross game. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what I've tried to push for and strive for. But that double right there, that's awesome. That's the kind of jump fun factor I'm talking about with a motocross track. That's what you need to be doing with motocross track fun factor jump-wise. That's more of the jumping I expect than what you have in MXGP Pro and MXGP3. You know what I mean? Oh, it can be kind of tricky coming off of those little raised up areas there. But either way, it's sick that you can just get on here, rip around this track, nighttime mode on the motocross track, right? Really cool. You can over jump some of this stuff a little bit. Kind of gives you a little bit of a separation. But this double right here, freaking awesome, dude. Got to actually time it out a little bit. Got a little bit of skill gap, jump skill to it. It's hell yeah. Oh, have I even went down this little area right over here? I don't know if I have yet. Dude, this is literally, this is like a Battlefield or a Call of Duty map, I swear to God. Or I'm playing PUBG or something. Got the little storage crates and shit. Okay. Yeah, if they only had a damn tag mode or something like that, or more of those little fun modes and stuff. So, either way, guys. Awesome compound, awesome little areas to ride in. It's cool motocross and outdoor supercross design stuff. And just overall, it's fun to just get on here and ride on something like this. Really cool in the game. So, either way, appreciate you guys watching all the videos. Later, dudes.